Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing amazing today. In this video, we're diving into the latest updates about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. You don't want to miss this. So make sure to stay tuned till the end, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The world of daytime television has always seen Mark Consuelos as a symbol of strength, charm, and unwavering confidence. Known for his magnetic screen presence and warm personality, Mark has spent decades in the public eye, admired not only for his acting talent, but also for his enduring love story with his wife, television icon Kelly Ripa. But behind the bright studio lights and cheerful smiles, a deeply emotional chapter has quietly unfolded, one that no fan was prepared for. What began as a seemingly ordinary period in their busy lives soon transformed into a moment that would shake their family to its core. A subtle beginning no one noticed. According to close sources, Mark Consuelos had been experiencing subtle changes for months. Nothing dramatic, nothing alarming enough to raise red flags immediately. Fatigue that lingered longer than usual. Occasional moments of discomfort he brushed off as stress or age. Like many people, Mark pushed forward, prioritizing work, family, and responsibilities over his own health. Kelly, however, noticed something was off. She could feel it, a source shared. When you've been married as long as Kelly and Mark have, you sense when something isn't right, even if the other person refuses to say it out loud. Still, life moved on. Live shows, interviews, appearances, smiles for the camera. No one watching from home suspected that a storm was quietly gathering behind the scenes. The doctor's visit that changed everything. What started as a routine medical checkup quickly turned into a moment neither Mark nor Kelly will ever forget. Test after test followed. Conversations grew more serious. The room felt heavier with every word spoken by the doctors. And then came the diagnosis. Unexpected, shocking, and emotionally devastating. While the family has chosen to keep specific medical details private, insiders describe the diagnosis as life-altering, forcing Mark and Kelly to confront a reality they never imagined facing so soon. For Kelly Ripa, the moment was overwhelming. She broke down, a source revealed, not because she felt weak, but because the weight of loving someone and fearing for them all at once is unbearable. Kelly Ripa's heartbreaking reaction. Kelly Ripa has always been known for her wit, humor, and infectious energy. But those closest to her say that the days following Mark's diagnosis were some of the hardest of her life. At home, away from the cameras, Kelly struggled to hold back tears. She worried not just as a wife, but as a mother. How would this affect their children? How would Mark cope emotionally? How would their lives change? There were moments where she tried to stay strong, a family friend said. But there were also moments where she just couldn't. Despite the heartbreak, Kelly made a quiet promise to stand by Mark no matter what the journey ahead would demand. Mark Consuelos faces his toughest battle. For Mark, the diagnosis was a moment of reflection. Known for portraying strong, fearless characters on screen, he now faced a battle where courage wasn't about performance, but persistence. He didn't panic, an insider shared. But you could see the fear in his eyes. The kind of fear that comes when you realize some things are out of your control. Mark reportedly asked the hardest questions immediately, not about fame or work, but about time, family, and quality of life. He wanted to know how this diagnosis would affect his future and the people he loves most. Rather than retreating from the world, Mark chose quiet resilience. He leaned into his family, focusing on healing, rest, and emotional strength. A marriage tested by reality. Mark and Kelly's marriage has often been celebrated as one of Hollywood's strongest. But this diagnosis tested their bond in ways no red carpet or career challenge ever could. Late-night conversations replaced social events. Silence sometimes spoke louder than words. There were moments of fear, frustration, and vulnerability, but also moments of profound love. They held hands more, a source said softly, even when they didn't speak. Kelly became Mark's anchor, attending appointments, managing schedules, and ensuring he never felt alone. In return, Mark reminded Kelly, through small gestures and quiet reassurances, that they would face this together. Fans began to sense something is wrong. Longtime fans started noticing subtle changes. Kelly appeared more emotional on air. Mark became more selective with public appearances. Their usual playful banter softened, replaced with deeper, more thoughtful moments. Speculation spread online, but neither Mark nor Kelly addressed it directly. They didn't want sympathy, an insider explained. They wanted privacy. Still, the love from fans poured in, messages of support, prayers, and encouragement, unaware of just how meaningful those words would become during such a difficult time. Choosing strength over fear. Despite the pain, Mark made a powerful decision. He would not let the diagnosis define him. Sources say he approached treatment and recovery with discipline and determination, focusing on both physical and mental health. Meditation, rest, and family time became priorities. Work took a backseat. Kelly, meanwhile, found strength in advocacy, quietly learning, asking questions, and preparing herself for every possible outcome. She cried in private, one source said, but in front of Mark, she was hope. A message without words. Although the couple has not publicly detailed the diagnosis, their actions have spoken volumes. Appearances together feel more meaningful. Smiles feel more intentional. Every moment seems cherished. This chapter of their lives has reminded many fans of a powerful truth. Behind every celebrity headline is a human story filled with fear, love, and resilience. A future still being written. As of now, Mark Consuelos continues to move forward, one day at a time. The journey is not over. The outcome is still unfolding. But one thing remains certain: he is not facing it alone. Kelly Ripa remains by his side, not as a TV personality, but as a devoted wife who refuses to let fear overshadow love. Their story is not just about a diagnosis. It's about partnership, about vulnerability, about choosing hope even when answers are uncertain. Final thoughts. Life has a way of reminding us that strength doesn't always look loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's holding hands in a doctor's office. Sometimes it's breaking down and standing back up together. For Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa, this tragic and sad chapter has revealed something even more powerful than shock or sorrow: unbreakable love. And as fans around the world continue to watch, one thing is clear: this story, though heartbreaking, is also deeply human. As the days turned into weeks, the Consuelos household settled into a new rhythm, one shaped by patience, uncertainty, and quiet courage. Every morning felt more precious. Every shared meal carried deeper meaning. What once seemed routine now felt sacred. Kelly began to see Mark not just as her husband, but as a reminder of how fragile and beautiful life truly is. She often watched him in silence, reading, resting, smiling softly at their children, and felt an ache mixed with gratitude. Fear still lived in her heart, but it no longer controlled her. Love did. Mark, too, found clarity in unexpected ways. The diagnosis stripped away distractions and brought focus to what mattered most. Fame faded, headlines blurred. What remained was family, connection, and the determination to keep moving forward, no matter how uncertain the road ahead seemed. There were difficult days, moments of exhaustion, frustration, and quiet tears. But there were also victories. Laughter returned, even if softer than before. Hope grew, slowly but steadily, rooted in togetherness. This chapter, though painful, became a testament to resilience. Not the kind that shouts, but the kind that survives. And as their journey continues, Mark and Kelly stand united, proving that even in the face of fear, love can still lead the way. Stay tuned for all the updates about Kelly Ripa. We are the first to publish all the information about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, so stay with us to get all the latest updates. And stay tuned to our Kelly and Mark report for all updates.